Oh, they called it an ace, actually. Wow. I did not see that. I thought that was long. For those of you just joining, excited to be here. We're playing 5-7-5 here in the second match of the day. We're just waiting for the judges to sort through some of the confusion. Score is still officially 1-0, so I'm guessing that was not cleared. That ball rolls wide, 1-0. All right, that brings Piper in as Bronwyn will be serving for us. Piper, Emily, Everly up front. There's the serve for Bronwyn. It's a good one, diving down to get there, but can't quite. That's an ace. All right, here we go again. Bronwyn again. Boy, ball goes wide. I missed that, calling it serve. Here we go again. All right, Bronwyn handles that. Harper behind her to Everly. Everly tried to rush to get there, couldn't. Good effort, good attempt, but did not quite work out. All right, 3-2, 5-7-5 is going to serve again. Prolink up by 1. There's the serve, good one. Hannah's there for that. Harper sets it, over the back, tried to drop it in. Here comes the return, Piper up for the block. She got there, Piper gets the block again. All right, what do we got going on? It's double substitution time. As Everly and Mallory are going to swap, and Harper and I believe Everly? Who just came in? Maddie, sorry. I got confused there for a second. So Mallory is serving here on the left-hand side of your screen in just a moment with the score 4-2. There's the serve. 5-7-5 down to a knee, got there. Here comes the return. No, it doesn't. Free ball falls in. 5-2. And that forces an early 5-7-5 timeout, which is exactly what we want to see. All right, 5-7-5 done with their timeout. Obviously, we want Prolink to keep going, and Mallory immediately serves and gets herself an ace! A-C-E, ace, Mallory. No hesitation there. She's going to the far side, though. This is going to be different. She's shooting from the inside side. Sent that over at the net. Emily, Mallory pops it back to Emily. Emily, unfortunately, Emily hits it into the net. 6-3. Bronwyn, Mallory. Oh, that's trouble, but rush it in. Anna, she gets there in time. Good, quick thinking. Here comes the return over the back bump. Anna's there for that one. Mallory to Piper. Piper sends it over. Woo! They saved it, though. Push over at the net. Bronwyn's there for that. Mallory goes behind her this time. Emily sends it over with a bump and gets herself a kill in the process. 7-3. There's the serve from Emily. That's an ace, folks! 8-3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Touch the floor. All right, there's the serve. Did it make it in? Oh, it went long, unfortunately. 8-4. That's going to go way. Oh, no, it didn't. I thought it was going to go long, but it floated. Natty gets there just barely. Natty and Piper just looking at each other, though. Neither of them owning it. Bronwyn handles that as it comes back over. That's Mallory. Mallory to Sahara. Sahara with the spike. Sahara with a kill! Fantastic job. That'll have Piper serving as Juliet comes into the front. Piper serving from middle of the court, far back. There's the serve. It's a good one. Their libero handled it. Outside hitter barely got there. Ananya's there for that. Juliet with the spike. Juliet with an incredible kill. Great form on that. 10-4. And it's an ace! 11-4. Piper gets herself an incredible ace. All right, Piper cleared the serve. Floater towards the back. It was handled. They're moving it forward. 5-7-5 sends it over, but Piper's there. Mallory goes behind her. Juliet and Maddie fight for it. Maddie got there. It's still in play. Here comes the return from the outside hitter who spikes it straight into the net. 12-4. Here comes the return. Outside hitter spikes it well, but Piper's there for that one. Mallory goes over. This time it's Sahara. Sahara spikes it. Sahara with a kill. 13-4. Oh, I thought that was going to be an ace, folks. But 28 got there just in time. Mallory dives forward, gets there in time, and bumps it over. Good play by her. Ooh, quick return, but Sahara was ready. Mallory pops. It's going to be hard for Maddie. Maddie tried and couldn't handle it. 13-5. Well played. Oh, Ananya tried to handle it. Both Sahara and Bronwyn were rushing for it. Couldn't quite get there. 5-7-5 gets the point. Sahara. Mallory back to Sahara. Sahara bumps it. Ooh, good save by 5-7-5. Here comes the return. Ananya pops it there. Mallory calls for it. Mallory to Juliet. Juliet adjusts and gets there with the bump. Here comes the return from the middle. Juliet got a finger on it. Sahara knocked it up, but nobody able to help Sahara as she did her best. Ooh, Bronwyn got there in time to save from that block. Ananya over the back bump, cleared it. Worried that wouldn't make it, but it did. 5-7-5 returning from their outside hitter. Sahara's there. Mallory goes back to Sahara. Sahara with the spike. Sahara with a kill! All right, double substitution time. That brings in Everly, and it also brings in Harper. So Harper for Natty, Everly for Mallory. Harper's going to be serving mid-court as well. 14-7, hard hit towards the back. Handle, quick early return, but Harper was already there. Bronwyn pops it up nice and high to Sahara. Sahara with a spike. Sahara with a kill! 15-7. Sahara looking good on that one. Finding that same hole, 2 kills in a row. Timeout by 5-7-5. Woo, it's been a good start for this set as well. Very happy to see what Prolink's up to. Let's see if they can continue it here in Cartersville on this Valentine's Day. Although I will tell you, after watching all of the memes, while it might be a Valentine's Day for many of you, for the rest of us, it's just a Saturday, a tournament Saturday. I will be impressing my wife with something from the vending machines here. That will be our date. All right, as we come back onto the court, 5-7-5 ready. Prolink ready. Cleared to serve. Harper not iced out. Oh, maybe. A little bit too much spice on that one. That went flying. 15-8. That's got number 29 for 5-7-5. Nope. I was wrong. 17 for 5-7-5 serving. There's the serve. Sahara's there for that. Harper goes behind her to Sahara. Sahara to Juliet. Juliet caught the corner with that one. Gets herself a kill. That's our middle. The chance, from the sideline. As Sahara and Anna are going to swap. And Ananya and Emily will do the same. So I could actually just see that underneath the ref's line. That ball landed exactly in the corner. Any harder, it would have been out of bounds. All right, cleared to serve. Here we go. 16-8. Middle's going to take that. Up against Juliet. Oh, Middle gets a kill despite a diving attempt from Anna to get there. 16-9, now the score. There's your serve. Emily's there for that one. That's to Harper. Harper goes behind her to Everly. Some really good effort by 5-7-5 to save that. Anna moves it forward. Harper sets to Juliet. Juliet with the spike. Diving save by 5-7-5. Here comes the return. Anna again. Harper rushes over to get there in time. Does. Emily's going for the spike. Emily with a kill. Emily gets herself a kill. Piper comes on. Juliet tags out. And Bronwyn will be serving mid-court for you. Good serve by Bronwyn. Barely cleared the top of the net. That's what you want. Bit of a steel rope. Piper and Emily both went up for the block, but it took that ball forever to actually get to them. That ball came almost in slow motion, it looked like. Here comes 5-7-5 serve. It goes wide and out. No, somebody overruled that call. 17-11. Anna's there for that one. Harper sets behind her to Emily. Emily with a spike. Oh, saved as it rolled down the net. Outside hitter returns it. Bronwyn dives, gets a finger on it. The ball goes out of bounds. It's now 17-12. .575, generally a good volleyball club. Don't know this team specifically, but Anna to Harper. Harper goes over to Everly. Everly with a spike. So we do not want to count them out. There's the return. Good save by Emily, who sent it straight over the net. That was a lightning fast reaction. Bronwyn dive. Net touches the call. 18-12. Either net or crossing the line underneath. They need to flip that. It's 18-12. Substitution time as Harper and Maddie swap and Everly and Mallory swap. Now it's getting even worse. All of the parents yelling at the up judge who's like, yeah, I got it, relax. 18-12. There's the serve, there's the ace. 19-12. That was funny. I don't know if I quite catch her on the camera, but the look on her face of like, relax everybody, I got it, was fantastic. There's the serve. Piper's there. Piper with a block and a kill. 20-12. 575 doesn't believe the score, but it's accurate to mine as well. It's an ace! Mallory finds the hole, gets the ace. Down the line, called by 13. It's going to get returned by 13 as the ball comes back. Anna was there, should have let that go. Mallory's there, that's to Emily. Emily finds a way to punch it over and does. Here comes the return from the middle. Goes high, Bronwyn moves it forward. Mallory pops it nice and high to Emily. Emily with a spike. Diving save by number 1. And that ball does not come back over. 22-12. Mallory serve going towards the corner and unfortunately goes out of bounds. Looks like she had a specific spot she was aiming for. 22-13. There's the serve. Mallory with quite a dive, and Emily gets there with a hard spike. 575 handles it, but it is a two-touch. (23-13). Anna and Sahara are swapping. Two-touch was that call if you're just now catching up. Score is still wrong. There's the serve. And it went long. 23-14. It's wrong. Emily and Ananya swapping out. Up judge is letting them know it is wrong. She's keeping track of it. That ball is out, 24. Should be 24-14, not 24-15. Piper serves. Here comes the return. Ananya is there. Mallory over to Sahara. Sahara sends it over. Here comes the return from 575 outside. Ananya for that one. Mallory to Juliet. Juliet with a spike. Oh, too much power on it, though. Now it's 24-15. There's the serve, and it goes way long. Prolink wins 25-15, despite what the score says. 25-15, Prolink wins. We'll be back with set 2 in a few minutes. All right, folks, 0-0. Second set getting ready to start. Excited to be back for another fantastic game here at Lake Point Sports Center in Cartersville, Georgia. Looks like our front row is going to be number 5, Everly, number 31, Juliet, number 30, Sahara. Your back row, number 12, Emily. Currently number 46, Piper, but we know that'll be Bronwyn, our libero, in just a moment. And then number 20, Harper. High five still going all around as we get ready for this set. Waiting for the approval for Bronwyn to come in. And there we go, folks. We have approval. All right, 575 getting some last-minute coaching tips from their coach. I enjoyed just watching Coach Natty there. She was sitting down relaxing, and then you see her go, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be standing, and she jumps out of the chair. All right, 575 is going to start with the ball, and we're underway. Bronwyn, and that's an early ace for 575. Now, again, I mentioned I don't know this particular 575 team, but the club is generally pretty good, so we do not want to walk in cocky on this. Sahara dives, can't quite get there. And quickly we're down 2-0. Coach Natty telling them they got to get their head in the game. That's already 2. Bronwyn pops that up. Juliet gets there, sees it wasn't going to make it. Bronwyn sends it over with a hard bump. 575 getting ready for the return. Middle hitter does over the back. Emily's there though. Harper gives it to Juliet. Juliet with a spike. Hard hit, but handled by 13 in the back row. That ball runs the fence or the net, but Bronwyn was there. Everly goes with the spike. Cross court goes wide, and quickly it's 3-0. Bronwyn can't quite handle it, and we're down by 4 already. We do not want to let this one get away from us, especially how well we've played so far today. Bronwyn down to a knee. Harper to to Everly, I think. Or a poor set, not sure which. 5-0. The girls need to recenter. Nice, easy to Bronwyn. Bronwyn to Harper. Harper goes behind her to Sahara. Sahara had to move. Sahara gets a kill, though, as that ball just floated over. That'll have Sahara and Anna swapping, as Anna will come in to serve with the score 1-5. There's the serve. All right, here comes the return outside hitter. It's spiked well. Dive in front of a diving Anna. They get a 6-point and a kill. 6-1. Coach Natty giving some coaching on the sidelines, reminding the team what they need to be doing. The fans have quieted down on our bench. Everly does a good job getting that over. Anna down to a knee. Harper sets it over to Emily. Emily has to punch it over the net. Is able to do so, though. Harper pops up to Bronwyn, who calls for it. Bronwyn gives it to Emily. Emily spikes it. Emily gets herself a kill down the line. Piper comes into the front row. Juliet steps out as Bronwyn will serve. Looking a little better on that play there, folks. 2-6. Oh, that was an ace. A-C-E, ace. You like, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but number 29 in the back there, watch that ball come down, saw it hit the line, and you watched the color drain from her face for half a second. Bronwyn again, rolls it over the net. Woo! 575 is going to return it with an over-the-back bump. Anna's there for that. Harper goes to Emily. Emily with a spike. Number 9 on 575 saved that, though. Bronwyn's there. Harper goes behind her this time to Everly. Everly with a spike. And it went long. 3-7. There's your serve. Down to almost the knee is Emily. Emily to Harper. Harper behind her to Everly. Everly sends it. That's handled, though, by 575 with a quick dump. Harper's there. Bronwyn goes behind her to Emily. Emily rolls it over the top of the net. Gets herself a kill with a little bit of luck. But sometimes it is better to be lucky than to be skilled. That'll bring in Everly is swapping out. Mallory's coming in. And Harper's swapping out, and Madeline is coming in. There's your serve. And Mallory gets an ace. 1, 2, 3, 4, touch floor, ace. 5-7. Serve it up's the call from the sidelines, and she did. Natty tried to get there, but did not get a full hand on it as that rolls out of bounds after the touch. 5-8. Natty visibly upset with herself. 5-8, let go because it is long. There's no court there. And that'll have Emily serving now. I was staying quiet there as Emily is right next to me on that serve, and I didn't want to distract her. And that ball is spiked straight into the net. Because how high is that net, folks? Too high. Coach Natty giving some coaching on the side. Emily to serve again. That's an ace! Apparently I missed another one, or they missed one, I don't know. But it's 8-9. I had us at 8-8. Emily goes again. Unfortunately, this time does not get the ball quite over the net. 8-10. And Emily and Ananya will swap out. Up front right now, you have Maddie and Mallory on the right-hand side. Piper's kind of in that mid-court position. Bronwyn touched it, unfortunately. So tried to make the last-minute decision to let it go and did not. Here comes the serve again. Bronwyn let it go, and it was out. Last-minute call as she dives to the ground to try to not touch it. That'll bring Juliet in as Piper will be serving from mid-court. Oh, Piper misses her first serve of the day. 9-12, and that'll bring Bronwyn back in. Hopefully she got a chance to get a drink of water in those 4 seconds. There's the serve. It's a floater. Bronwyn's there for it. Mallory pops it up higher to Maddie. Maddie spikes it towards the back. They handled it. Here comes the return from the outside. In the net, runs it down, but Sahara was there. Bronwyn and Mallory. Mallory hit it. Bronwyn sends it over. Here comes the return from that outside hitter again. It gets blocked, but it gets blocked out of bounds on our side. 9-13. We still got this. It's not over yet. 9-13. There's the serve. Bronwyn's there. Mallory pops it up high. Maddie calls for it and sent it over. Here comes the return from their outside hitter again. keeps catching the top of the net. Natty saves it after the block. Bronwyn's there. No communication on who was supposed to take it, but it worked. Ananya gets there as they tried to sneak it in. Juliet, Sahara got there. Sahara gets herself a kill with that particular save. There was a whole lot of things going on there. Substitution time. Maddie and looks like Harper, and then Mallory for Everly. But that was a hard-fought point, but Prolink walks away with the win. Harper handled and made the adjustment. Good job there. Middle hitter takes it, Ananya. Sahara with the spike. Ooh, this time they were able to handle it. Sahara's been on a kill streak lately, so good save by them. 2-touch. As number 8 tried to push it over early. Double trouble is the sideline call, as you can't do that. Harper again down the line. That outside hitter goes to take it, spikes it way long. 12-13. Harper hard hit. Little too much on that one. 12-14. All right, here comes the return after the substitution for 5-7-5. There's the serve, and it rolls over the net for an ace. A little bit of gravity the other way, it would have been fine. Bronwyn. Juliet called for it. Good call. Harper sends it over. At the net, number 5, flat-footed, right to Harper, but Harper sends it flying into the other court. 12-16 as 5-7-5 continues to fight. There's the serve. Bronwyn's there for that one. Harper moves it over to Everly. Everly adjusts in place and sends it over. Here comes the return. And it's hit straight into the net. Because how high is that net, folks? Too high. All right. Anna serves it over. Good serve. Middle hitter's going to return that. Anna's there for it. Harper adjusts quickly. Emily sends it over. Emily gets herself a kill by barely pushing it over. She knew exactly where to hit that and did. 14-16. Prolink scrapping their way back into it. Anna again. 29 handled that. They're going to send it over early. Bronwyn was there. Harper sets it to Everly. Everly sends it over. Inside hitter takes it, punches it, but Anna's there. Harper pops it nice and high to Emily. Emily spikes it. Unfortunately, she spiked it straight into the net. 14-17. There's the serve. It's going to go way long, and it does. Piper's going to come in. Juliet will step out as Bronwyn goes to serve. There's the serve. Here comes the return. But Emily's right there ready for it. Piper adjusts quickly. Good thinking on her part. And it works out as Prolink gets the 16th point. Basically clothesline that ball over. Bronwyn's turn to serve again, midcourt. 5-7-5 gets ready to return it. Outside hitter goes to take it, sends it, and it goes wide. 17 all. Prolink with the serve, diving save. Emily's there, pops it high. Harper goes behind her to Everly, but it was not a good set, unfortunately. And 5-7-5 gets the 18th point. There's the serve. Bronwyn pops it. Almost went over the net. Nobody touched it, though. And it's now 17-19. And coach calls a timeout after watching 2 silly points go by. Don't blame her on that one. 17-19. You don't want to let them get on a streak. Meanwhile, 5-7-5 is going to be pushing really hard to keep the streak going, to stay ahead of us. All right, cleared to serve. Emily's there, pops it nice and high. Harper gives it back to Emily. Emily with a spike. Unfortunately, a little bit too much power on that one. Goes long, 17-20. Let's get that ball back right here. Anna sent it over the net with that return. Emily pops it sky high. Harper goes to Emily, or Everly. Everly sends it over. Inside hitter's going to take that, does, and it goes way long, 18-20, and it's substitution time. Everly will swap out with number 98, Mallory, and Harper will be swapping out with number 27, Madeline. Mallory serving on the right-hand side of the court. There's the serve. It drops in, and that's an ace! 19-20. ACE, ace. There's the next serve. Down to a knee. Number 8 got there in time. Here comes the return over the back bump. Anna's right there for it. Mallory goes to set to Emily. Emily hit that hard. 5-7-5 saved that, though. Piper's there, bumps it up. That's going to go to Mallory. Mallory back to Emily. Emily down the line. Emily with another kill as she runs the line down in the back, just like she did earlier. 20 all. Floats it in, 8, slides in, but can't get there. I don't know if it's fully an ace, but I'm calling it one. Well, the girls called it an ace, so must be. For the first time in this set, Prolink takes the lead. Floater down in the back corner. Handled, outside hitter's going to take it. Anna got there. Bronwyn moves it forward. Piper's going to have to send it over, and she does. Anna is there for the return. Mallory goes behind her to Maddie. Maddie spikes it back corner. Too much sauce on that. 21 all. Let's get this ball back right here, right now. Timeout called by 5-7-5 as they're going to be discussing their strategy and how they wrap up these last few points. Meanwhile, Prolink will be discussing, well, get that ball back. That is the only thing that matters right now, is get that ball back. 21 all. Waiting to see what happens. 5-7-5 first back out on the court. Prolink, some of them looking a little tired. They definitely seem to play better in the afternoon session than they do the morning sessions. So, you know, maybe they can play more of these. All right, number 28 is going to serve for 5-7-5. She's now cleared. Here we go. Bronwyn moves it forward. Mallory's there straight up to Piper or Emily. Emily takes it. Middle hitter versus middle hitter. It's tipped over. Bronwyn's there for that. Mallory goes to Piper. Piper goes up with a spike. Ooh, good save. I thought Piper was going to get that one. Here comes the return. Anna's there for that. Mallory goes behind her to Emily. Emily with a spike. Emily with a kill! Emily gets herself a kill. Prolink stays up by 1, 22-21. Sahara is coming in now for Anna. Emily with the serve. She's right next to me on the serve, so staying quiet again. Outside hitter goes to take that. Mallory pops up nice and high. Maddie moves it forward. Piper's going to have to handle it. She does. Piper gets a kill! As that is in. 23-21, Prolink. Emily to serve again. Parents smiling again. Piper was ready for the block. Emily to Mallory. Mallory to Sahara, but Sahara was caught between the net and the ball and really didn't have much she could do about it. 23-22. Emily pops that sky high. Bronwyn calls for it and moves it to Sahara. Sahara with an over the back bump handles it. Mallory sends it. Piper has to get there and does. Sahara's going to take the spike and does. Sahara gets a kill! Despite a diving attempt. A truly magnificent attempt by the 5-7-5 team. They could not get there. 24-22, set and match point. Piper serves it into the net for her second missed serve of the day, unfortunately. You can tell that she's my daughter because I'm noticing and counting them. She had so many good ones in a row. I think she might be getting in her head a little bit, something she'll have to watch for. 24-23, and timeout called. All of Prolink has played so well today. Piper has 9 points, I believe, a block, couple kills. Sahara's got 4 or 5 kills at this point. Juliet's got 3. Emily's got 7 or 8. I mean, the team has just been playing so well today. It's fantastic to see. 24-23, 5-7-5 serve. Bronwyn gets there. Mallory pops it sky high to Maddie. Maddie off her back foot. Gets the kill! 25-23, Prolink wins both set and match. Thank you so much for watching. We will likely be back at 7 p.m. Eastern after a hard-fought match there. Thank you again for watching. Woo! Well fought.